What's up, everybody? Welcome to NIBScast episode 36. I am one of your hosts, Aaron Lamping, joined as always by the beautiful Nikki 13.
Sorry that we didn't have one last week.
Yeah, Extra Life got pretty crazy. I was pretty tired.
Yeah.
It was good stuff, though.
24 hours.
I'm working on a highlight reel from it though. Well, I will be once I hook my computer up because I didn't do it last week because I knew I was going to be moving today. So
that's a lot of footage.
Anyway,
It's a lot of fun stuff.
Replacing Matt Czech, Jordan Diaz.
replacing Magic or
For today.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I am Matt's replacement for today.
I thought maybe there was an advancement that I didn't know about.
And in our rotating fourth chair, Seth Talon.
That was that little. That was pretty
Aaron
good.
made
Hello,
a claw
everybody.
gesture with his hand.
I have to do it. Last time he was on the show, I asked him like 4 times on the way here. I'm like, I don't want to screw up your last name. Talon, like a bird
Like
talon.
a bird. I still like it, but I mean, there's
Like
a
a
letter
bird
difference.
talent.
But yeah, that's me.
So yeah, Extra Life happened last weekend.
Oh,
Crazy.
man.
We raised $325.
And we're just a bunch of scrubs, and we raised money. That's saying something.
I raised
Playing
like
video games.
I raised like 135 of them.
Yeah.
I got a last minute donation like right after we ended the stream of $20, and I have no idea who the fuck it was from.
That was just a random person who watched the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who actually tuned in for quite a long time.
What did we learn?
I don't know at any point that we didn't have somebody watching.
They need to balance Donkey Kong 64 PvP, make an HD version of it. Boom, new esport. Let's do it.
Yep. Tiny Kong Meadow.
I wasn't even aware there was a multiplayer in that game.
It's
Yes.
amazing.
Is it?
It's fun.
I
You
went
would
all-
know if you came back.
Okay.
Called about.
I was up for almost 24 hours already by 6 a.m.
Oh man, that
So I
sounds terrible.
Went home and slept, and then I woke up and felt like really shitty.
That's when you
And I
take
had
some
no-
NyQuil,
And I didn't have any transportation.
pound a bear, and run and jog over to Dylan's house.
This seems like horrible idea.
Jumped.
Horrible advice.
You could have just asked one of us. Not all of us are drunk.
I
mean,
could've.
I can drink, and I wasn't drinking, so
I could have,
you could have just called me.
but I didn't.
I know, and you did it, so it's his fault.
And I wasn't the only one. Derek didn't go back either.
No, he didn't.
No, Derek's the kind of guy where you
But he
don't
did.
hear
Well,
about it.
he
slept the whole
did tell us that he was going to come back. You just said you probably won't.
I said maybe.
Well, that's the kind of guy Derek is. You know, he
Well,
just kind of.
well, yeah, but Derek said, you know, I'm gonna do some
Mark's
stuff in
just a beat of
Destiny,
his own
and then
drum.
I'll head over.
He kind of just goes into a cocoon at his house and
It
waits
happens.
to.
He hibernates.
Evolve
a little.
again.
He has a mini hibernation.
Yeah,
He's like a small bear.
he's like a small cave
Yeah.
bear, like a
I
jaguar.
thought you said gay bear. He's like a
Well, I
small
mean-
gay bear.
Well, bears. That's what the name of the bear. Like that's what bears mean to some people. It's large gay men.
What?
Large, hairy
I've
gay
never
man.
heard about
Large
that.
hairy gay men.
Yes.
So if I gain a few pounds.
Because a small, hairy gay man is an otter.
And what?
There you go, Jordan. You're an
Why would
otter.
you take 2 of my favorite creatures
One
in
of
the
your favorite
animal
creatures is
kingdom
a bear?
and name them? Yeah,
I mean, in theory,
Yeah,
they don't
I
have to
love
be
bears.
gay. Like, Matt Slade would be an otter.
Oh, it's just something that.
But that's just because he's covered in fur.
It's a preference then.
That kid, I don't know how he would ever be cold.
It's the same as me. I'm never cold.
That's fair. That's fair. You are like Austin Powers.
I'm like a Wookiee from Kashyyyk.
Since there wasn't a show yesterday,
There wasn't a show
definitely was
yesterday
not a show
either.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But since there wasn't one last week, we missed talking some BlizzCon boys.
Yeah.
Quick addendum. For some reason, the fucking microphones are coming out of the left channel right now. I'm gonna try and just make this one mono. So if you're annoyed by that, sorry, but fuck off. And if I for some reason can't do that, I'm sorry. You're only hearing this out of your left ear. Continue.
But I only use my right earbud at work.
It's like a Beatles song.
Switch your earbuds.
What a fool.
I can't put the one that says L in the right.
That's how I
It
feel
does
about
not end the
left ear.
world.
That's how I feel about
You look like
socks.
an elf right now.
Anyway, BlizzCon. Let's start with World of Warcraft, guys. What were some of the big things you heard about there that made you excited? What
I know-
made me excited?
I know later on they had a lot of like base class changes for every spec, and there's some weird ones.
Give us some examples. What are they doing to your shaman? I saw you talking about your enhancement shaman.
Well, they don't have mana anymore, which is weird.
Is it still going to work just like mana, or...
It's from my understanding, obviously we don't have too many details. It kind of seems like it's going to work like Rage almost, like you build it up and then spend it. So it's like Rage or Runic Power pretty much.
I hope it doesn't end up being like Rage, though, where you're just like, I wish I had Rage. I mean, I don't know anymore.
Or I wish I had another
Rage.
button to spend this Rage on.
I know for Elemental, Lightning Bolt's still your filler, so you just spam that and that builds it up. And then for Enhancement, they added an ability called Rock Biter, which is your filler. It's really weird.
It's another button for the already button set, saturated.
Enhancement's got almost like 10 buttons you have to worry about now. It's stupid.
See, at least like you're getting something new.
No, that you use on a regular basis. Not even cooldowns. With cooldowns, obviously.
Like mages have like 4 buttons, and they've had 4 buttons for a long time. Then they did the whole like rework, and they had 3 buttons afterwards. And now, Shaman's just like, hey, you removed one of my cooldowns. That's it. And then you still have an entire row of abilities to use. And I love Elemental Shaman, but I'm going to be honest with you, never use... The only time I noticed I had mana on an Elemental Shaman, on a...
You never lose it.
So that's what I'm saying. I hope it's still like that, because that was one thing I always enjoyed about playing.
I didn't have to worry about that. Like, if I'm playing Rogue, I have to worry about, my energy bar. When I'm playing Enhancement Shaman, I'm like, wait, I have a mana bar? Like, what?
I mean, it could be because I was a shitty rogue, but I never had to worry about my energy bar.
I'm a shitty rogue and I have to worry about my
Subtlety this expansion. Subtlety just had combo points for days without having to do anything.
Yeah, he was playing Subtlety.
Subtlety changes are weird. I can't really remember off the top of my head because I'm not too into it.
See, I got excited about that. Like you said there are all these changes going around to the classes, and they're all like, we're really digging into each and every spec for every class. We're going to make it exciting. It's going to be fun. I'm like, oh boy, what did it... Resto Druid been largely unchanged since Wrath of the Lich King. What are you going to do? And it's all like, we feel Resto Druids are in a great place. We're not doing anything.
Don't complain. They're OP.
Yeah, Resto Shamans have been...
Druid.
What did I say? Shamans?
Yeah.
Resto Druids have been like the top class since Wrath. Like,
healing.
Healing.
Like the only thing they've done is they were all like, let's put a cast timer on Wild Growth, because that just used to be hit.
That might actually slow things down a bit.
They didn't really change too much on the Resto Shaman. They did something to change.
I've only read Druids. I know they're doing the Hunters are getting like completely.
Hunters
reworked.
are.
They got a melee spec now.
Mike Preach Wow is did a series on all of the changes, so I watched his Hunter one today. It's Beastmaster actually is gonna be the simplest of the specs now.
I think it always was. It hit kill command.
Yeah.
Kill command.
I mean,
kill
Matt
command.
Czech couldn't figure that one out.
Matt Czech. Shots fired.
I mean, yeah. Well, he switched over to Marksman and he was fine. Marksman's freaking weird now.
Look, Beastmaster, I think, was the AoE spec this expansion, not anything else. Marksman was single target.
You just glaive.
I know.
Kill command. Marksman
Warlocks have a lot of changes too. Like Demonology's got completely reworked. You're constantly just spamming demons everywhere now. It's freaking crazy. They got rid of the transformation to metamorphosis though.
Yeah, I know, because they're giving it to Demon Hunter, so... Which makes me kind of sad. I love turning into a giant demon. But then you realize that the demon is actually just a black Illidan. Like, you zoom in on his face and it's straight up
purple.
So on the spec subject, during a Q&A, somebody was all like, so when are you going to give us more than dual spec? And the guy was all like, have it. We forgot to put that in the presentation. We meant to. Like,
Wait,
so now
we're getting 3 specs?
you get a spec for everything.
Ooh.
So most classes get 3, druids will have 4, and then the demon hunters will just have their 2.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you'll be able to have an individual. You can just be like, I want to be a fire mage. I want to be a frost mage. I want to be an arcane mage.
That's freaking great.
Yeah,
That's
really
a
nice.
big announcement. I don't wonder why they...
I haven't heard any of that. That's nuts.
Another announcement I was pretty excited about. You can play the content every zone the way you want in any specific order.
Yeah.
Except the last one, obviously. That one's still going to be the end game. But you can just go anywhere, and then, like, say you went to a zone and we're like level 105, and then your friend started playing at 100, you could go to that zone with him, kind of like how Guild Wars 2 works, and you will both make
scale
progress.
That's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of MMOs have been doing that recently. I think it's the way to go.
I mean, it makes sense.
And it's not going to be as linear as Draenor was. It was so linear. Oh man,
it was painful.
After like the first 2 times leveling to 100, I'm like, that's fun still. After that,
are you kidding? I went to do it a second time and I was like, no.
I made it through two times, and the third time, on Alliance when I got my 3100. I'm like, this is just painful.
How did your dad do
I don't know. How does your dad do it? How many hundreds does he have? Like 40?
Meth.
Meth numbers.
Lots of meth.
The last thing I want to talk about with WoW that I was excited about, and then I'll open up the floor.
Don't open the floor.
They're changing 5-mans to be more the challenge modes to be more like Diablo rifts. So you can the faster you do them, the better gear you get. To the point where they said 5-mans are now an alternative to raiding. Like you can get item level equivalent to raids through doing the 5-man challenges.
One thing that I have a question about that is like tier sets. Are those still going to be in raids only, or if there's going to be like a maybe
separate
a 5-man
sets, maybe
tier set?
Yeah, there will probably be a 5-man tier set because if not, then the raids obviously.
Dude, we just bring back dungeon sets. You know, from vanilla.
There you go.
Yeah.
You used to pick the Scarlet set from the Scarlet Halls. It was just not good. Those are not good.
All right, let's move on to Diablo 3. Seth, this is your realm.
This is all Seth and what Seth told me.
Well, let's just say it started out awful.
Oh, that panel was terrible.
We were watching this
terrible.
one panel, and it was like, "What's new in Diablo?" And it starts with 20 minutes of, "Let's show you what we've done." Yeah, I was like, "Let's show you how we've got here."
It's like we know it's only been a year. I mean, this patch has a lot of cool changes, I guess. I mean, the set dungeons we still don't know too much about. I don't even know if they're on the PTR yet. So I don't know how they're gonna work. Apparently, they're like kind of like challenges you go through for each set. I guess I don't know. It's they didn't really explain that too much. It could be fun, I guess. I don't know. You get certain rewards or something. I think if you complete them all, don't you get like a cosmetic or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So
basically, they want it so like, and they said something too, like they want you to play the story again. So like, if you do the story, you'll get the whole set. Didn't they say something like that, or there was like you could go through the story of the game and you would end it with an entire set?
I don't know.
I could be making that up.
That could be. That would be a good alternative.
Honestly, Diablo got shafted here this year.
I mean, there really wasn't. I mean,
they weren't ready to announce. Clearly, they weren't ready to
expansion.
announce anything.
They're still going strong with their patches with seasons. Like the patch is still a pretty good patch. It's bringing a lot of cool changes. Like they made this new ring set that makes it so you don't have to always use your class sets, which was a big problem in the past few patches. Your build was defined by your your best class set.
Yeah, like this set was really good now, and all the other sets are shit.
Yeah, and then it was really bad power creep. So all the ones that got overtaken by the power creep are actually getting buffed up to maybe compete with them. One thing I'm kind of excited for is Crusader. They're getting a lot of cool stuff. They're like the class to play for me, at least. I don't know if I'm gonna play Barb or Crusader, man.
And didn't you tell me, Seth, that they came out with this new ring set that like increases your damage by
What it does is it increases your damage by like 800% for every ancient item you have equipped, which are the Warforged.
But you can't have a set.
But the only set you can have are the rings.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Currently on the PTR, it's really broken. People are critting for like 600 billion. That's stupid. And then there's these like glitched gloves right now that are just bugged to hell and give you like immortality pretty much. So people are doing like Greater Rift 100, which is the cap, I think.
I don't.
It's silly.
Even though there's always gonna be a meta in Diablo, I don't like there being a meta in Diablo.
That's what's great about sets like what they did to the first class set that Crusaders have, the Akon set. They made it so it just gives a flat 450% damage boost, so you could use whatever the hell you want with it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did when I was playing Diablo. I got this nice belt in Diablo that shot like meteors.
That's actually really good on the Thorns build that Crusaders have now.
Yeah, because it's probably because it's
massive. Well, on the set
I couldn't wear it. I needed to find something else for it because it didn't fit my build because I didn't have 100% uptime on my Akon set.
Yeah, it's
had 99.3 or something.
There's a lot of min-maxing Diablo. He doesn't like min-maxing.
Okay.
Min-maxing.
Oh,
it's the same thing,
not,
but like
not a whole lot.
Plus 2 damage.
Just class changes and some new features. It's not like the last patch where they introduced the cube and it was like huge.
So StarCraft 2, they hyped up their expansion. It's out now.
Haven't played it.
No? Do you have it?
I have it.
Okay.
I've seen it played.
I've not seen it played at all
I've
yet.
seen some of the changes. Total Biscuit did a tournament for Sans.
He has cancer.
Yes. Heard about that. I'm sad. But apparently, I just saw like very minuscule changes, like changes in the meta and stuff like that. Before, Zerg would spam like roaches and stuff like that. I didn't see any Zerg play.
I mean,
before
that's
I came over.
what expansions are, really. Mm-hmm. The only other notable thing I find in this one, obviously, it finishes the story if you care about the story of StarCraft.
Yeah.
2, anyway. And then the Archon mode, which allows 2 people to control 1 army.
Yeah, I told Seth about that, and I kind of want to do it with him, but...
You're just going to get 2 pro people and lose. That's my biggest... Like, they're all like, look, now you can...
AI, come on.
They're like, now you can play the pro level. I'm like, until you get put against 2 pros controlling 1 army.
All right, I'm going to...
Even just 1 pro. We were watching those StarCraft tournaments at Blizzcon. They were freaking crazy.
I'm just going to tell you
They didn't spam carriers, though.
I've seen a lot of people play StarCraft, and I think I'm better than them, and they're higher rank.
Okay.
No, I'm bad. But just to let you know, there's people who still click on their larva and like sit there for a few seconds deciding what they're going to build.
Dude, it's all about the keybinds.
Yeah, they don't use keybinds, so already I'm better than them.
Already? That just makes you better.
Already.
You realize you're talking about Aaron, right?
No. I didn't even know how you play. But
are you clicking? You a clicker? Clicking your...
There's a few...
Your units in StarCraft?
There's a few
I actually don't know how I play StarCraft, probably.
Features.
As far as I know, you last I talked to you about it, you didn't know how to do like group settings.
Oh, I knew how to do that in StarCraft 2 because they actually explained that. I didn't know you can do it in Warcraft 3, but like it doesn't pop.
It doesn't give you icons for it. Yeah.
Oh, like control groups.
Yeah, you can set them up in Warcraft 3, but it's just like it's there.
Yeah,
it doesn't pop up saying hey.
Oh, it doesn't have like the
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no indication that it actually
we were all
exists.
playing Warcraft 3 one time, and our buddy Nathan was playing with us, and like he was just sitting there doing it, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I didn't actually know it worked, but it's working. So
just for the record, I knew it worked. How do you think I controlled all the chimeras at once?
click, click, click. All right, so we'll move on to Heroes of the Storm. Some big news there.
By the way, you can medevac your tanks while they're deployed now, which is pretty cool. Because you just drop them and they shoot immediately.
I will be spreading my Cho'Gall disease all over the NIBSmedia world.
All over my chest and face and down my throat.
Has it come out?
I don't think so, no. If you it's supposed to be this month. If you attended BlizzCon or were a virtual ticket holder, like myself, you will get Cho'Gall in Heroes of the Storm for free. The way Cho'Gall works, you get Cho and Gall. He is controlled by 2 people. Really so one person's the melee and the legs, and the other person's just the wrong for the ride, and he's the ranged attack.
I'm a huge proponent for playing Cho'Gall and Abathur.
Yeah, 3
and
people.
And just have Abathur ride Cho'Gall the entire match.
It's the tower, man.
Yeah.
Remember those giant...
push a lane forever.
And then have one other person on your team play Lost Vikings.
Oh,
and then the other person play Misha and Rexar.
You cover all your bases.
Exactly, because that makes up for the people that you're missing. It makes up the Lost Vikings make up for the 2 that you're missing, and then you get an extra one with Misha and Rexar.
That's disgusting.
So
you can't clone Cho'Gall, can you? As Abathur?
Ooh, I would assume you could.
That would be
I think you'd have to choose which
You'll
one.
You'll probably get Cho or Gall.
You had to get the one that controls movement, though. So you have to get Gall or whatever.
Who knows how it works? They probably answered it in a Q&A that I missed.
Yeah.
So how the general public gets them is you have to play and win 2 games with a Cho'Gall. So, like, you have to have a friend, and you have to play with them. So what can happen is like, if I'm in the select screen, I pick Cho, and somebody else who doesn't have him can then pick Gall, and if they win 2 games playing as him,
oh, you have to win 2 games?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Hearthstone dailies where you have to win against other people.
Matches.
Just do it in AI, yeah.
Oh man.
And then if you were an original BlizzCon or ticket holder for him, if you win 4 games doing it with other people, you get gold. Like they just give you like 2,000, 3,000 gold. I think it was somewhere in there.
Oh, that's good. That's a lot. That's character.
It's a nice chunk. So then they announced. Who else did they announce? I forgot. They announced like a Centaur lady.
Yeah, we kind of
the wild.
Lunar. Tuned in pretty late on that though.
Yeah, I wasn't very I'm sure she's cool, but I wasn't very interested in her.
I'm more excited about the other.
Well, I was interested was Greymane.
No, he looks so cool.
He looks very awesome.
I saw.
Oh, Ringleader Greymane, where his other form was a fucking lion.
Yeah, but one of his mounts is a lion. So
yeah. I should mention real quick. Cho'Gall, when he mounts up, carries his mount.
That's
he just picks it up.
I like that all the models that they actually showed that with were just the horse mounts, though. Because it was the unicorn, a horse, and somebody's charger. It might have been Maltheius' charger.
Tyrael's charger.
Yeah.
I think I think the treasure goblin actually does carry Cho'Gall.
I would assume so.
I want to get that mount, but it's 20K.
Yeah.
It's just you just see Cho'Gall and like the little treasure goblin carrying him on his back. It carried.
Exactly.
So anyway, Greymane, he's a ranged and melee character when he's in his human form. He is a ranged character. When he's in his melee form, he's the Worgen. And he can switch between them. When he switches to a Worgen, it's like a charge. So like he gets all up on your butt. And then if you start getting up in his butt, he's all like, ding, and just flings back. It's a disengage back into his human form. Yeah. I'm really excited about that.
I heard Wow Krendor talking about this before. He played it at Blizzcon, and he says it feels like it's a half a champion. It's half a hero, I mean, and it's
probably because you get one move in each form.
You're kind of like, and I'm gonna make a throw out to League of Legends. They had a lot of characters that had like 2 forms, and then altogether you had 6 buttons. But it felt like one person. But it's kind of like what happened with Rexxar and Misha. Like, when I played Rexxar...
you were terrible.
I felt like I was only half a person. I was only doing...
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot to do. You have at most half of what normal heroes do.
Yeah. Like, it's a cool concept, but you're only doing half. That's why I can never play someone like the Lost Vikings. I only have, like, one move each Viking.
Well, that's why you keep them together.
Yeah, you gotta... well, the thing you do with them is you soak experience in all the lanes and you get ahead. But
or you can keep them together and not
Or you
die.
can keep them together and just, be one hero. Yeah.
The other big announcement out of this, arena mode is coming.
Yeah, I saw that. That sounds really cool.
So
like Smite Arena?
Kind of, but there's predetermined rule sets for how it works. You can either it'll pop up 3 random heroes for you to choose from, and you can choose that way, or they have like occasionally the rule set will be like just everybody gets the same character.
Ooh, fun.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody playing Lost Vikings.
Just give me Asmodan.
Everybody gets Cho.
I saw all Novas once in the preview, and they all took like the triple decoys. They're just a bunch of people.
Well, that's the thing. You choose your ult.
Welcome to melting my computer because it's a piece of shit in the first place.
All you get is to choose your ult. There's no talents otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Well, I'm sure there are talents, but it's like everybody gets the same talents.
Is that
like
just for when everyone's playing the same character? Or?
No, just in general. Because this is... and I mean, you can do this without owning the characters, so it's a way to experiment, see.
Oh, that's cool.
But you don't get to pick them.
This is kind of their way of saying they're not very much into the esports professionally. They're not taken very seriously. Heroes of the Storm. It's probably because it's a little more...
Well, didn't they have
I don't understand.
They have one of their
I find it way more
matches
interesting to
crash, and then they had to start over?
I was viewing the Heroes of the Storm, some of them, and some of them were...
Apparently the Saturday morning it was supposed to start at 9:30, and they had a problem with somebody... Like, the headsets were bleeding over into the other team's headsets.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
It took them 4.5 hours to rewire the whole thing.
Jesus!
Really?
Because they rewired the whole thing, like, all the way out to a truck they had set up for it.
Damn.
Man. That's some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Blizzard just isn't used to it. All their games haven't been very competitive.
They tried with Arena and World of Warcraft, but...
Yeah, like, Arena fell through after what? I think it was Burning Crusade that people stopped watching.
That's because Arena's infuriating.
Hearthstone...
I enjoy it sometimes.
Is I don't...
People watch Hearthstone. People watch Hearthstone tournaments.
Like, yeah, they watch Hearthstone tournaments, but it's not competitive because of the whole random factor into it.
Well, it's a card game. People still like to play card.
Part of the the competitive nature of it is how well you build a deck to deal with the randomness.
But not a ton of, like, if you watch...
And especially, like, Heroes is a lot less random than other card games because it's only 30 cards in your deck.
It's still very random. There's a card called Unstable Portal.
Let's focus on the fact that Jordan, I'm pretty sure, has yet to play Magic with us ever.
No. I think I've only played Magic 3 times in my life.
Jordan's not a huge card game guy.
I used to be big into Yu-Gi-Oh!
I played Hearthstone.
And
it's time to duel.
Pretty much.
I believe Phil told me today that that's on Netflix now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They have it on Crunchyroll too now.
Wait, Yu-Gi-Oh's on Netflix?
Phil said that earlier.
Stop the podcast, let's go!
Yeah, but I'm going home and watching that, shoot.
Crunchyroll. But yeah.
So I already have Netflix.
Speaking of which, Heroes of the Storm, they announced a new, what are they called? Adventures. It's the Adventure Club. Or Explorers Club.
Are you talking about
Hearthstone, excuse me.
I was like, Heroes one.
I believe it's the Explorers.
They put more story mode in Heroes?
Yeah, so it's like your, Stringathorn guy. Jesus. Yeah. What's his name? Nessingwary, thank you. He's one of them. There's 2 other ones. And then there's like the most sophisticated of them is a Murloc.
Murloc with pants and a monocle. That's great.
And so the guy who announced it comes out, he's all like, and it's coming out this year. And everybody's like, okay. And he's like, it's coming out this month. And everybody's like, okay. He's like, comes out Thursday. So it's out. Yeah, the first part of it's out.
I've seen it played, and it's actually spectacular.
It's added the new Discover...
Didn't you just say nobody watches Hearthstone?
No, I meant tournaments.
People watch the tournaments, though.
Yeah, well, the most you ever see Hearthstone people watching is about 80,000.
Hearthstone is considered... Hearthstone is considered an 8.
We got 10 people for our stream. I think 80,000 is pretty fucking good.
I'm comparing it to, like, League of Legends and Dota.
League of Legends
like 120,000.
Fuck League of Legends.
I mean, yeah. That game freaking is AIDS.
Well, the fan base is AIDS.
So how they showed off the Discover mechanic was neat. They played like a monkey card, which put a map in the deck. And then they pulled out the map, and they played the map, and that put one more card in the deck. And this other card, when they finally pulled it,
the golden monkey,
made everything a legendary in their deck.
Which is awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too slow. You would never use it in actual practice, but it is a neat...
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm interested to see what the other cards, because, like, just throwing something in your deck could be kind of neat, especially, like, if it's already a good value.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in that.
You draw 2 cards, and you get Nat Pagel and Chen. I mean, not Chen, the Lore Master Cho.
And finally, game of the show for me, Overwatch.
Ooh.
They showed some more Overwatch.
Oh,
they announced 3 new characters. They announced Diva, who is like she's a Korean. She is a pro gamer, and she drives a mech. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I saw her play.
Especially
really awesome.
Once you're in, like when she's in the mech, like it shows her on the like control sticks.
Like
it's
really cool. You can see her hands and then her lasers on the side.
And then there's May.
Mai.
Yeah, it's Mai.
One of those 3 names.
I didn't actually see what we're talking about. I was just assuming it was MEI.
It's Mai.
She's a scientist. She's very peace-loving hippie. She's Frost. She's basically a mage.
Peace-loving hippie? I see her shoot icicles into people's heads and kill them.
Sometimes, to find peace, you have to use violence.
But no, she's basically a mage. She has her ice block. She has an ice wall she can create, which will bump her teammates up.
Yeah,
like, they'll actually get jumped up on it.
Well, that's cool.
And then, yeah, her ultimate, she just freezes a bunch of people. And then the last one they announced was... Genji, thank you. I was going to say Senji there for a second. He's the samurai, and, like, his sword, like...
He
reflects bullets. Cool. Yeah.
And chucking shurikens everywhere. Oh.
I heard he's, like, really, really fun to play.
When does Overwatch come out?
Overwatch, they said on or before June 21st is the plan right now. They put it on sale. For the PC, there is a $40 edition. And then for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, you can get the Origin edition for $60, which comes with 5 Origin skins, all 21 characters. I assume all 21 characters come in the $40 version too.
I would hope so.
I didn't look into it though.
Now there's the question. They said the first 21 characters.
Oh yeah,
We all know there's
more
going to
characters.
be microtransactions or DLC or whatever. We all know that's going to come.
But do you have to pay for the new characters? Because that really disrupts.
Well, think
what
about
they
it.
wanna
In
do
other
with the
games,
game.
when they come out with new DLC characters, you got to buy up.
This is good. This is going to be a first-person shooter MOBA, is what this is.
Yeah, but
This is
Or just
testing
see
the
on
ground for the idea of a first-person shooter MOBA.
here's my 2 cents in the whole paying thing, because Matt Czech kept yelling at me for having an opinion on this. I'm totally fine with you just laying down $20 or $60, buy the entire game, get all the characters, because the good thing about this game is you can switch your characters out whenever you want.
Yeah.
And that's why that's why they had
I
want
actually
you to do that. That's why they had to give you everything. It couldn't be spend $5 for this hero.
Every character in this game has a counter, and the fact that you can swap on the fly, it's kind of like playing Pokemon. Like you have like a type difference,
Right.
so you pick someone else. Like Tracer will just kill like Bastions and stuff like that by sneaking up behind them, and then you're like, oh man, I can't play Bastion anymore, so you play like Winston and just Trucker, and I don't understand if they charge like DLC and separate the community that way, then it won't work.
I imagine.
There'll just be expansion packs later.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I imagine it will be like these 4 characters who counter each other and can be countered by the people who already exist.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to have an advantage over the main characters without also being able to be countered by the main character.
It would
It'll
have
be
to be
balanced.
just that too, because
And that's fine. Like, I mean,
what if you
You
release
just
extra
expand.
maps?
But it'll be just it'll be just like StarCraft. Like if you're that into the competitive aspect of it, you're just gonna buy the expansion to get the new stuff.
Well, I shouldn't have to. I have to buy it. Even though Blizzard is notorious for this.
it's also kind of like adding on to what Jordan says. It reminds me of not just like Call of Duty with map packs, where like when you get a map pack, all of a sudden you're playing with the people who are like it takes all the competitive people out of the non-map pack maps because they're playing those ones because they spent the money on them. So if you don't buy the map pack, you're playing against like fucking 10-year-olds that couldn't get their mom's credit card. On top of that, it's shit. I forgot where I was going with that. Talk.
Okay, so with the Origin Edition, there you'll get digital goods for the rest of their games. The big one being Heroes of the Storm gets Tracer.
I probably would buy it just for Tracer. She's probably worth like $10 though.
And the version I bought, they have a $130 collector's edition, which comes with all that Origin stuff, like the art book and a statue and stuff like that. So
I remember.
I'll still get the 61 because it's got Diablo 3 wings in it, and I want them.
I remembered what my problem was. Okay, so like the last like 4 fighting games that have come out from Capcom have been various versions of Street Fighter 4.
There's like 6 Street Fighter 4.
When you play Street Fighter 4 on your PS3 and you want to play online with somebody, there's nobody playing because they're playing one of the other versions. And you can't play a cross version. So then you have nobody playing online because everybody has different versions of it.
That's my issue.
So I do see that as being an issue. At the same time, the character differences generally, I mean, they might put in a free rotation of characters who aren't the basic 21.
Well, that's what they said. They said they want to. They did get quoted on saying they want to avoid the Heroes of the Storm deal of how they're dealing with new characters and stuff like that.
well, yeah, that works for MOBAs. For a
hero
game where you
rotations.
can switch characters, like they have.
Right.
Who knows?
So
They'll just
like,
come out and you'll have them. Who knows?
well, I was gonna say like if they do go with buying them, basic 21 are free.
Right.
Or well, I mean, when you get the game,
included in the game.
the new characters can be countered by at least a character that is in the main 21 and can counter at least a character that's in the main 21.
Yeah.
As long as you can counter them with people that already exist and come with the game, it should be fine.
And my big
It
thing,
will be fine.
if they go, and I mean, we don't know how they're doing it yet. It's all speculation. But if they go the expansion route, for me, it's no different than like World of Warcraft or StarCraft.
Right.
This is
It's the model.
this is a competitive game you play online. You're gonna buy that if you are that into the game. You're gonna buy the expansion.
Of course. We're all gonna be into it because Overwatch is gonna be awesome.
That's just I just don't like how Blizzard handles that kind of stuff.
Another,
They already separate
they
things.
could be much worse.
It could be much worse. You could just play like World of Warcraft and you have to buy the expansion. Otherwise, no, you can't go on. You can't.
Right.
You literally cannot go on with the story. You can't play with other people. So now they're giving things like free character boosts in order to catch up with the game if you want to. And I'm just like, well, first you have to buy the rest of the expansions in order to catch up.
Right. Yeah. No. After a certain point, with WoW, like I would not. If I were Matt Czech or Dylan, I wouldn't be fucking playing because like I would. Well, no, I mean I wouldn't have thrown the money to get to fucking Warlords.
You have to buy all with more expansions that come out.
Well, they have gotten good. Now it's like $20 for the chest, which includes everything but the newest expansion, and then the newest one's like $40.
They have to do things like that. Otherwise, it's so off-putting. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Isn't Legion's what, $50?
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
40. Oh, Legion.
Yeah, Legion. I remember looking at it thinking this seems more expensive than it typically is.
Warlords Grand was 40, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's a lot of money, and still no Overwatch beta. Thanks, Blizzard.
Yeah, I know, right? Where's my beta?
All I could think.
I'm still waiting for my Titan beta.
Did they cancel that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe.
All I could think of when I was.
I have a thought on that. I'm pretty sure Overwatch is just Titan, but they didn't show anything about it for so long that they're like, well, if we show this, they're not going to think that it's good enough.
It's complete.
So what we're going to do is we're going to tell them that we canceled Titan and we decided to work on this instead. And it includes some of the stuff from Titan. But really what it is it's just Titan. That's all it is.
Why would you cancel...
Exactly. They didn't. They just changed the name and told us they were canceling it, so we didn't have high expectations
They
for it.
canceled the name of Titan. Boom.
Exactly.
Figured it out.
Exactly.
The time difference between them saying that they canceled Titan and when they announced Overwatch was
Hey, we've got this
close.
thing almost playable now, so...
It's like, let's just trim off the fat and just give it like this, and they'll love it. They'll love it.
Basically.
And we do.
I want to.
I haven't even played it.
I want to play it. So bad.
All I could think of when I was watching this Overwatch, and the anecdotal evidence I've seen kind of supports this, was Gearbox and Battleborn. Like, Randy Pitchford was probably just, like, pounding whiskey watching BlizzCon. Because everything I've seen of people who have played both are like, Overwatch is in a league of its own. Like,
It shouldn't even compete.
Battleborn doesn't even come close.
You
I don't
just
even know much about Battleborn.
It's
if there's
basically
one
the same
thing you
game.
know,
Oh, really?
Don't compete with Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a huge entity. Its games set the foundation for all their MMOs, and it started the MOBA. It was originally
That's where Dota 1
Well,
Dota came from, what was it? Warcraft?
It was a mod.
Custom map creators created the MOBA.
Blizzard.
They put
with
the
the
tools in
engine
place.
of Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard's
But
engine.
They put the tools in place.
Yeah, they just didn't hop on that cash cow.
And then
quick
there's
Fucking
Diablo.
Swedish
Action RPG
custom
games.
map creators.
Yeah.
It all.
And they're just so big that you just don't compete with it. Like, if
Just
you,
accept the tentacle and love it.
Exactly.
if you're gonna release a game, don't release it during BlizzCon.
Diaz-kun.
Because it's not gonna be covered. Sorry, no one's gonna look at it. No one's gonna talk about it because you're talking about
I
BlizzCon.
am all of your senseis.
Although they released Legacy of the Void on the same day as Fallout 4, so I feel like that probably got overshadowed by Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And you know, crazy enough.
Oh my god! I saw your neighbor at GameStop.
Yeah, he was getting Tomb Raider.
Yeah, he was walking
yeah,
out. I was
I
like,
seen
"Hey,
that
John,
too.
what's up?" He's like, "Fallout? Yeah, I came for Tomb Raider."
What a fool.
I'm sorry for your next hour or two before you go to bed.
Oh no, he loves it.
Didn't Pornhub
I'm sure he
say
does,
they
but it
lost
is not as good.
10%
It is not as much
of
fun
their
as he could be
traffic
having.
once Fallout 4 came out?
Huh?
I saw that post. Pornhub saw like a 10% decrease. in
I'm
their
sure they
traffic
did.
when Fallout 4 came
I didn't masturbate that night. Well, not to online porn.
out.
I just. Oh my god! Look at that
Fallout
view.
4.
There's so much color.
I know there's so much color in
30 FPS.
Locked 30 FPS, which you won't experience any dips in your frame rate.
Totally. You totally experienced that.
I experienced dips.
It's
on
horseshit. It's constant. It's constant dips. Anytime there's fog on the screen. Oh, hey, this is like 23 FPS. It's not even a normal, like... You could throttle it, so if it has to drop, make it 24.
Are you-
That is a frame rate that people are used to.
What?
We're moving on.
Okay. Oh yeah,
we got off track.
We got stuck on it.
Let's move on to the Nintendo Direct. They had their first Direct in a long time.
I was waiting for you to say ever.
I
feel like that's not right.
Their first in a really long time. Can be broken down into two sections. They're Wii U and 3DS, obviously. One of the biggest pieces of news being that...
Why is there no NX section?
Because they haven't talked about it yet, because that's going to kill both of those systems.
It's a secret.
Because it's going to be the handheld... It's going to be the handheld home console that everybody wants, and it's going to kill both of those things, and they want you to buy them this year.
Hey, if I can play 3DS and DS games on my fucking TV, I'm fine with it killing both of those things.
Anyway, Final Fantasy VII's Cloud is coming to Smash.
Oh yeah.
He storms into battle.
Look at it.
Fools all over that.
Oh my god, I just got that was a fucking pun.
It's a nice game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, it's cool, but I'm like, another...
I swear to God, if he has a counter.
I'd be surprised
I think he does.
I'd be
He does?
surprised if he
Oh
doesn't
my
have a lot of range, given the whole materia
He does
system
have
in
his-
7.
he does
Like,
have
he would
his-
have
It
you know,
looks like
spells.
it looks like kind of like
I mean, I
Little
know what
Mac,
his final smash is
who
going to
builds
be.
something up, who builds up and then has
Oh,
like
you
that
build, like,
KO.
your
He
limit
builds up
breaker?
his limit.
Oh man.
That's
Okay,
cool.
and that's going to be Omni Slash.
No,
Yeah.
Omni Slash is his final smash.
Oh, yeah.
That makes
I think
sense.
Limit Breaker is. Do you do like summons?
Well, it has a bunch of stuff, so I think it's based off where you are to that person, kind of like
and button press.
kind of like Ryu's
Yeah.
final smash, where it's just like you're gonna hit somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was funny because in the preview,
Dude, it's Knights of the Round. The 8-minute summon fucking
God, that animation's
cutscene.
so long.
yeah, and
really OP, though.
he was shown using his final smash on Ike, which is funny because they have the same final smash.
Do they?
Omni Slash is the same as like Gray's Ether. It's
Yeah, well, you know what? Cloud had it first.
arguably yes. Yeah, he did.
All right, so they also announced that there will be a Smash Direct next month. They never said that Cloud was the character we voted on, so people assume
Ooh.
that that character is going to come next month. They did, however, say that whatever they announce next month, unless like something game breaking arises, that's going to be it for Smash. What they announce next month,
Oh,
Really?
Oh,
so
yeah.
they'll be done with Smash.
Well,
for
it's
Wii
because
U.
it's because
Slash
there's gonna be a
3DS.
fucking Nintendo NX
Oh,
version
yeah,
of
that's
Smash
fair.
coming
That's
out.
fair.
they could be making so much money off of this. Like Smash is so big. I love watching Smash tournaments so much.
They're good times.
Nick's very excited. They announced Twilight Princess HD.
I'm excited.
They
I love
could
it.
just skip it. It's the least great of the 3D Zelda games. Is the way I will phrase that.
Oh man.
I'm not saying it's the
hates
worst
it.
because it's not bad. It's the least great.
It's set for
Compared
It
to what?
is compared to all of the other 3D Zelda games.
Oh man.
it's set
It's
for-
just
Princess.
let's make this one dark by having one story in the entire thing that seems kind of fucking bad for the good guys to do by banishing people to the Twilight Realm, and then let's just desaturate all of the color. That'll make it seem like it's a dark and brooding game.
Scary.
Twilight
It's
Princess
fucking
HD
obnoxious.
is due out March 4th, 2016, and the pre-order, if you pre-order, you can get the soundtrack for the game. That is Nintendo's own pre-order incentive. And there is a version of the game that comes with the Wolf Link amiibo, which is usable in the game, and saved data on that amiibo will somehow translate to Zelda for Wii U, which they keep telling me is coming out for Wii U. They did, however, say 2016. That's the first time they've committed to a new time frame.
Are amiibos, just speculation question here, are amiibos going to work on the NX, or is there going to be
They're-
new lines for amiibo for the NX?
One of those two. I think they almost... well,
You gave me two options. Both.
well,
Or
like,
either.
They're definitely not going away from amiibo. They're making
Yeah.
way too
Oh
much
yeah,
money.
no, but I mean,
I think
are they
it'd be-
gonna make you have to buy new ones for it?
I think it would be a mistake, but you never know. It's Nintendo.
I mean, it's Nintendo, you know.
They do whatever they want because they don't give a shit.
they don't have to give a
They
shit.
don't. They have so much money.
Oh, man,
ridiculous.
Twilight Princess. I'm hyped for that.
I'm not saying it's a bad game,
It's got
but
the best.
but if they're remaking Zelda games, like they could just do a different one.
it's got the
instead.
best controls out of the 3D games. Okay,
What did you play it
GameCube
on?
or Wii?
I played on the both.
Because as far as we know right now, this is... although it would make sense for it to have both in it, As far as people know right now, the video they showed off, he was left-handed and stuff. So this is the GameCube version.
Okay, yeah.
Good. I'll give him that. I beat Twilight Princess in like a sitting. Don't get me wrong. I like the game. But they could just do a fucking other one and I would be much happier.
I don't know about the HD remake.
I thought
Twilight Princess
I thought
looks
the
good on
dungeons
its own.
were really good in Twilight Princess, and I thought the Ganon fight was the
Ganon
best.
fight was
The Ganon fight is great. I'll give you that.
Oh,
I'll give you that any fucking day.
I love that. It's better than playing tennis.
Yeah. I mean, you do play tennis at one point. You
Yeah,
just
you
do it
do.
against Zelda.
I think that was just a homage.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Whoops.
Star Fox Zero got a new launch date. It will be April 22nd, 2016, and still looks just as empty and ugly looking as it has.
I haven't actually looked at anything about
Like
that.
it's not even like a Nintendo game that doesn't look good. Like it just doesn't look good. The art styles is really bland. And
Is
just,
it? Oh.
Stairfax temperatures?
Stairfax temperatures.
I love.
Are we just
Star
gonna
Fox
ignore
64.
Linkle, by the way? We're not even gonna bring that up.
What?
You never heard of that? You can pull it up afterwards. They released a female Link for the new game Hyrule
her
Warriors
first year?
Legends.
yeah, she's gonna be a character in the...
Linkle. That's a
Linkle?
thing. Yes,
Yep.
Linkle.
We're getting to 3DS. Calm down.
It's 3D. Oh, I'm sorry. I
What?
thought we were just talking about
I like
Legend
that
of
she
Zelda
has a
still.
cloak and crossbows.
dual crossbows. Yeah, she's got
That's
kinda
kinda cool.
Link.
They've announced free content updates for Splatoon will continue at least through January of next year, and they announced 2 new maps and a bunch of new weapons. One of the new maps is really neat. It's like Machi Machi Resort or something like that. And what the point of it is a lot of the level is water, and then like during the last 30 seconds, the water level
Oh man.
drops, and then you can get to that stuff to ink up. So like as opposed to typically where it's like let's ink the crap out of everything and then fight, it's like let's fight and then ink the crap out of everything. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I need to buy that game.
They've announced the next wave of Amiibo, which looking at these are just a bunch of Animal Crossing people and Lucas.
Ugh.
I'm really not
I
excited
hate
about the
Lucas.
Animal
Wait, for
Crossing
what?
people. The
You
next
always
wave
try
of
to play them
Amiibo.
and you get crushed.
Yeah.
And that's coming in January.
It's because it's upbeat so bad.
You're just bad with it.
The final bit of Wii U news that I'm going to mention is Super Mario Maker is getting a browser-based portal that makes it easier to search for levels. So basically one thing people have been complaining about is just the levels that pop up. A lot of like the super popular levels that pop up in the in-game search are like just don't move levels, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. So like this will be more options to be like, hey, I want the level to be like
filters,
this.
with
Yeah,
filters and stuff.
yeah, more filters.
Oh, that's nice.
It'd be nice if it was in the game, but this is Nintendo. Let's be grateful we're getting this.
Yeah. You don't get a whole lot of fucking... If it has to do with the internet, Nintendo's really not going to help you out.
They're pretty
Or
weak
just
on that.
DLC in general, like after the fact.
Well,
stuff.
yeah. Well, they're getting much better with that.
They are getting better.
But-
at that.
Like
Hop on
I
that
mean,
train.
like, at any point, if it has involved the internet or playing with friends, like,
Forget about
I mean, you could just invite them over to your house. Yeah, but sometimes I want to play naked. And my friends aren't always okay. I can't say that sentence, but as somebody else, sometimes my friends aren't okay with that. I mean, you guys aren't okay with it, but you deal with it.
we do. I won't say we embrace it, but we don't.
We embrace it. I know you embrace my nudity, Jordan.
Oh yes, I felt it.
So like Jordan said, Hyrule Warriors Legends is coming early next year and is getting the female Linkle.
It looks like she can talk, which is weird.
I mean, Link says, ah!
No, I mean like
He
straight
does.
up talk. Like I saw her.
Well, I don't
moving to
think
mix
she
that.
is a female version of Link.
She is a female version of Link. They have confirmed that.
Then why is she there? Link is there.
Is Link there? I don't know. She's just maybe it's like an alternate timeline.
You PC, bruh? You PC?
Who are you talking
What about barcodes?
PC?
I play on PC.
So
PC,
the
or-
fucking joke that the other person that's worked retail got?
Anyway, Dragon Quest 7 and 8 are coming to 3DS next year. Kid I worked with was really happy about that. He's like, you can't find those games anymore.
Wait, what was it?
First, I need to play
Emulator.
Chrono
Dragon
Trigger.
Quest 7
Emulators.
and 8. Yeah, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to actually like
What a fool.
support.
What a fool.
And then
I've always been curious about the Dragon Quest games. Like I've always wanted to like go through and play a bunch of them. I just never have.
So they announced Fire Emblem Fates is coming to the 3DS. The next one.
Are we getting both versions?
We are getting both versions.
Sweet.
They are separate, $40 a piece. If you buy one though, you can get the other one half off.
What, it's like a promotion that they're running with it or something?
So you can get both for $60.
That's not bad.
You can get both for the price of a new non-3DS
This is
game.
digital that you have to do this if you want
only
physical.
Okay.
However, and if that's the case, you might want to consider there is the special edition, which will retail for $80, which will come with all 3 stories in the game because there's the two separate games, and then like if you buy one individually, you'll get a second story on top of that. But then if you pre-order this special edition, you just get all 3.
Weird.
Yes, I agree. Fire Emblem.
So it's basically just buying both of them.
Yeah, I think it's their way of being all like. I think it is boiling down to like, hey, we realize that if you want it digitally, like you're gonna, or if you want it the physical copy, you're gonna have to. Basically, how I read this is, if you want the physical copy, you're a collector, so you'll probably take the collector's edition because you're going to be spending $80
what's in
anyway.
the collector's edition that makes it not just buying 2 of them?
To quote GameSpot, additionally, a special edition of Fates will be available at retail for $80. This consists of all 3 versions of the game, an art book, and a 3DS XL carrying pouch.
An art book and a 3DS XL carrying pouch. Is that a new 3DS XL? Because those are slightly bigger.
I don't know. It just
I
says
want to make sure that my
XL.
fucking 3DS is gonna fit.
The first DLC pack, apparently that comes out for the game will be free after that. Gonna have to pony
That
up.
is so funny. That's what they used to do at my job when you got a phone. We just boost the prices on the signs. That does $20 more, so you get a free case.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing. Except no one's gonna question them about it.
Ooh, you hear that? Metro PCS ripping off its customers. I will blank out the name of who you work for,
Doesn't matter.
just
I
on
don't
the
even think I
off
work there
chance.
anymore, actually. So
You don't think you work there anymore?
That's a story for a different time.
I'm really fucking curious. I like that
Finishing
you
out-
don't think you work there anymore. Like I might.
He does.
That's a possibility.
Finishing out our direct news, and possibly the thing I was. It was a sleeper on how excited I was about this. I sat on
You
it
didn't
and
think
I was like,
you were excited until
I was like,
you saw it.
holy crap! Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are coming to the Virtual Console, wirelessly enabled, so you can like battle your friends and crap on
That's
it.
really cool, actually.
I'm pumped.
That
I might
sounded
have to buy
so
Yellow.
fucking sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic. I would probably buy Yellow.
Ooh, that's really exciting, actually.
I am beyond pumped.
I'll buy Yellow. I like Yellow.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Dude, you get to turn around and talk to your Pikachu. Unless you trade him to another person
you
and
just
then
say
evolve it
Pikachu
and trade it back.
Wireless, or
then
do
he
you
won't
mean
follow
like
you.
you can connect to the internet?
Probably like
Why? Like you don't need
I
to
assume it's-
connect.
I
Yeah,
assume it's LAN.
Yeah, it's LAN. But like they showed, they're all like, everything you love's coming back, and then like it popped up 2 Game Boys with a link cable, and it was like, get rid of that. And then like 2 3DSs popped up, and it was all like, you can do it wirelessly now.
Really cool.
Everything you love is coming back, except for that. Nobody liked that.
Or the
Dude.
lamp.
You remember?
I showed
Fucking-
you that.
I had the
Here,
advanced.
have this Charizard.
The struggle of having to
It
have
will
one of
listen
those
to
Game
you.
Boy-
You bamboozled me.
the Game Boy lamp so you could play in the dark.
Dude, I had
Not
a
having,
Game
like,
Boy
an
Lamp at one
LED
point.
light screen come out of the back. Holy crap!
the struggle of.
I had to look at a
early
lamp
days.
at night when I'm trying to play. When I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm like,
The Game Boy Advance SP might have been one of the
SP.
best investments
dude,
I ever
I
made.
love that thing.
That's the closest
I
thing
still
I had
have
to a
mine
cell
somewhere.
phone.
Yeah, I have mine.
Just gotta
Mine's gone through the wash like 14 times and still works.
Both
Worth
of them.
it.
Well, my sister's is broken at mine.
What a loser.
It's better. She had a Smash skin on hers. I was jealous.
All right, so here's where we're at. We're coming up on the hour mark. We can either go through some more news, or we can call out for a while.
We already know what the fuck we're
Can
gonna
we
do.
splooge
Okay.
on Fallout for a bit? You know.
Have you
It's
guys met
amazing.
Swan yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck is
I
that?
told him about that. Yeah, I told him about that. He's like, "Be careful. It's pretty hard to go in there with my." I'm like level 30
Well, I thought-
something, and I just tear through it.
Real quick,
I was like level 10.
real quick. That's been the news. We are moving into our Fallout 4 discussion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
disclaimer.
We are going to we're gonna try to keep spoilers to a minimal, but If you don't want to know anything about this game, turn off right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that Swan is a spoiler. I just happened upon him trying to get to that one section.
Some people consider different things spoilers.
No, I know.
If you don't want to know anything about this game, don't listen.
Yeah, no, I wasn't defending myself. I was just saying I don't know if it's a spoiler, so I'm gonna keep talking about it. If it is, it's your fault.
Go.
But I was like level. No shit, I'm like level 8 or 9. And I'm just walking, and I see that I've entered Swan's Lake, or Swan's Pond, or whatever it was, and I was like, okay. So I just randomly hit my VATS button, because I think I see something moving. And it just busts in on... All I can see is the silhouette of what looks kind of like a super mutant, and it's named Swan.
It's a behemoth.
So like, okay, I'm just gonna try and get around that. And it aggroes, but it doesn't leave the fucking pond area. So I'm like, okay, it's not... It's hostile, but it's not gonna go too far away from its pond. No. So then I get about halfway to the fucking door I'm trying to go in, and all of a sudden I get fucking thrown. Just launched. Not dead.
It will...
And I land and just, okay, fucking running. Oh shit, I'm out of AP. Oh god! Oh god! Wait for it to charge! Ah! I got in there though.
So you didn't die.
And then I fast travel out.
There you go.
Yeah, my experience with the behemoth was I was just looting some stuff, highly irradiated. You know, my radiation is going up.
Oh yeah.
And then all I hear from my followers, "Oh shit, behemoth!" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then I hear this thing, just like the lake, just like rising, and I was like, "Oh shit." Didn't even look behind me. I just started sprinting, and
he's got like one of those swan boats wrapped around him.
It's his bar.
I haven't seen one of these yet.
There's one of them. It's a unique one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just booking it, and all I hear is I feel myself get slapped forward. I'm like, it's faster than me.
I made it. Like I said, I made it to the hub city, and I was actually talking.
It's the quest that you get once you get there. The one that takes you out of Diamond City further into Boston.
Okay.
That quest, you will walk past him.
Because like I was telling Nick earlier, this game has its hooks in me really deep right now. For all the same reasons, I don't like Witcher 3. And it's really weird. and I think what we were talking about, I think what it is I know it's there. Like, I know all this crap to do is there, but I just happen upon it. It's not like Witcher where it's not like Witcher where it's all like, yo, homie, look at all these spots on the map. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
Let's see if you can use the map, because it's all fucking lit up. Let's see if you can tell anything apart. is how the Witcher goes.
It's you looking at your little navigator and saying, hey, there's something up ahead. Let's go check it out.
Well, it's ooh piece of candy, ooh piece of candy, ooh piece of candy.
And that's my favorite story so far. One of the first mission to do the settlement for the Minutemen.
Oh, the Minutemen, yeah.
I was walking that way, and I look over, and there's like this radio satellite dish place, and I'm like, I'm going in there, and I clear this whole thing out, and I get some awesome guns. I got a bobblehead thing that like permanently increased my stats.
There you go.
I was like, cool. Like, that was totally worth the detour.
I like that they changed how the bobbleheads work. Like the perks that they give you, it's not like you have +5 or +1. In the special stats, you still get like permanent +1.
Right.
But for the repair one, it makes your fusion cores in your power armor last 10% longer. Ooh. Always. That one's at the Corvega plant.
That would be nice.
Just in case you guys look for it. It's up on the roof in the fucking like stairways and whatnot.
I'd like to put another claimer right now. We're spoilers.
Yeah, we're spoiling.
Yeah.
Gameplay stuff. I mean,
it's not anything major though. No.
And the other one I got, I don't remember what it did.
It's a scary place.
I have 3 bobbleheads. One's a special stat. I think it might have been charisma, and I have the repair one, and I don't remember what the other one was. I like how the books work in this one as well. They all have their own perk.
Right.
And like each issue you get increases like the amount of that perk. There's awesome. Also a magazine that you can get that gives you games to play on your fucking Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people have beaten the 4th level of Red Menace?
I have not played.
I haven't really messed too much with those. Like I accidentally did the other day.
I was gonna say, Red Menace is the one that you get in the vault as you're escaping in the beginning.
Yeah.
Good chance I missed it.
But it's Donkey Kong is what it is. Except you're
Vault Boy.
Just
Vault Boy.
Just go back and get it when you get
the hammer. The hammer is just power armor that you can just walk into shit and it explodes.
That is cool.
And the fucking Donkey Kong in it is this incredibly racist drawing of like a ghost with a rice picker hat and like the Chinese flag with the star and the stars going across it on like his chest. It's just called Red Menace. This is racist as shit.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, and I know in 3 there was one of the DLCs. The Chinese were the bad guys, weren't they?
And what?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
well, the America and China were fighting against each other in the Great War.
That's
Right.
That's,
I have yet to actually go back and try and open the case for the Cryolator.
I have.
I haven't done that.
Have you opened it?
Yes.
Is it fun?
It's a broken weapon.
Is it?
It's broken.
Well, Swan's frozen.
It will destroy Swan. Because it freezes anything, and then they just sit there, and it does more damage when it's frozen. So you're just constantly doing more damage to someone, and or it does a ton of damage.
Sweet.
But its ammo
Amazing.
really expensive and really hard to find.
I love.
So it's definitely like a last resort.
That is one problem I'm just having in general.
Yes.
Like, I'll get a gun, and I'm like, I love this. And then it's like, well, it stopped giving me ammo, so I guess it's time to switch.
I will get a gun and get a shit ton of ammo and do like a mission that has a ton of fucking enemies in it.
You're all out of ammo.
And then I'm out of it. But then I get a new gun and the ammo for that, like a shit ton of ammo for that gun, and that's my gun for the next mission. And then it just keeps daisy chaining from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably because you need the perk.
Did you guys see the poster that they put up at MIT?
No.
On the day Fallout launched, somebody had made a banner and hung it from one of the main halls at MIT, and it just had fucking Vault Boy with a thumbs up, and it said the Institute welcomes you.
Oh, that's
That's awesome.
sweet.
Yeah.
You two are playing on PC, right?
Yes.
Okay. Me and him are playing on PS4, so I'm curious. I love this game.
Oh shit, is yours locked at 30? I didn't realize that
No.
for some reason.
No, I get.
Okay, so yours isn't locked at 40 because ours is, and he had said, the PS4 version, because he never talked about the Xbox One version. The PS4 version will be locked at 30 frames, but it's so it will never dip. Anytime there's fog on the screen, I fucking dip.
Yeah,
It's fucking obnoxious because like I get that you don't want to put it up to 60 and have it dip constantly, but it's at 30 and it's dipping a lot.
That's okay, we have the better console version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the other
Xbox
console
One's a
version is
mess,
for an
isn't
Xbox
it?
One, and that's,
Isn't it?
Well, The Witcher 3 runs better on Xbox One, apparently, than it does PS4. So.
Well,
That's
the only
not
time
dumb.
I've had FPS issues on PC, it gets really framey when I'm in like the Boston City limits. It gets really framey because of probably because it's trying to get.
Just trying to render so many
things because there's all 3 different types of enemies. There's raiders, there's super mutants, there's feral ghouls all over that place.
So many dogs.
Those fucking radiation storms, but where everything just turns green and you just wow.
Where I was originally going with my question is, this is a game, and I'm curious to see what Nick says. I don't feel like it's a chore to quick save on a console in this game. You just pause go.
No, there's an actual fucking button for it, and it actually is.
Oh yeah,
fast.
I noticed that.
That's the thing. It's
actually there.
fast.
That's there on PC. If you hit escape, there is a quick save button there.
Well, yeah.
Well,
and
typically
you
you just
usually
get a button,
bind quick
though.
save to
Yeah.
like F5.
Yeah, I
Well,
hate F5.
it's
Yeah.
F5.
Because when I play through Half-Life about once a year, and basically that game is just walk 3 feet, quick save, walk 3 feet, quick save, walk 3 feet, quick save. Like, I love quick saving. So it's nice that it's there, and I love it because I can do it in the middle of a fight. Like, I was up on top of the radio tower with that one transmission was strong, and I was fighting this elite guy, and basically what I'd do is I'd heal up a little bit, take a couple pop shots at him, quick save. Pop out, take some shots, get hit a couple times,
He's
heal
a
up,
bit
quick
strong.
save.
I actually haven't gotten him yet.
That was a sweet mission.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
It wasn't even a mission for me. I just went up there. I went exploring.
Oh, you just went up there?
I just went
there's
up there.
there's a radio broadcast.
I found
there
them
is a
later.
mission, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're just like, oh man, I hope that guy's all right. And then a few seconds later, like, thanks for saving him, by the way. I'm like, oh, you're welcome, I guess. I could have got a reward off this, I think, but no.
You get a suit.
You get a suit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did give me one. Yeah.
The mission that you're about to go on, you end up going and meeting a gang. What are they called? The Triggermen, and they're all dressed in like mobster outfits.
We did.
So it's pretty sweet. So you can get some nice RP clothes.
Seth and I are at the same part of the story.
That's what I like about, like, I enjoy how there is, like, I need to be more charismatic. I'll put on these clothes.
Yeah, I have an outfit that I specifically put on to get into power armor.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking RP.
Oh, there's so many opportunities.
It's
for RPGs. Ridiculous.
It's suspenders and slacks.
There you go.
Is what I put on to get in it.
Yeah. I will say,
Are we dying?
What did that mean?
No.
one quick thing. This isn't a spoiler, but
I've already said spoilers. It's fine.
Okay, well, all the factions in this game
Just
that
don't
you
ruin the
meet,
main story for me.
there's
Have a
no,
purpose?
There's no bad guy. There's no definitive bad guy, which makes the choices in this game
Oh, they're so hard.
super hard.
They're so hard.
I like how they did the morality in this game.
There was no.
There is no morality except depending on who you have with you, because
Yeah.
all of your actions, regardless of if they are to that person, all of your actions affect your relationship with the person you have with you,
And one of the cool things like that,
around. Because I actually gave Mama Murphy some drugs, and
Codsworth didn't like that.
it wasn't Codsworth. Preston didn't like it.
Preston?
He was on the other side of the fucking settlement.
Yeah.
and I don't know. I haven't made it this far yet, so this is just what I've heard from the latest Jimquisition with Jim Sterling.
Yeah.
When you romance these people, it doesn't piss another one of your people off, and you can romance whoever. You can romance Strong.
Yeah.
What? You can romance whoever?
I don't know if you can
think there's-
romance
I
Strong
think
since
there's
they
a certain
can't
set-
reproduce, so I don't know like if he has any
I don't know.
sex drive.
Did you watch
but-
the Jimquisition?
Well, I don't know if he was saying that
Okay,
like
because he posted that he had this
You can
like
do it
funny
if you
picture of
want.
him just getting pounded by super mutants, and he's just
Yeah.
like, ah.
yeah, there's like a solid 30 seconds just slowly zooming in on this picture, this poorly photoshopped picture, and him just going.
Yeah, I think there's a set amount or a set like follower that you can romance and what you can't romance.
Either way,
There's only two
But
people
you
can-
can romance more than one and continue those relationships.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so polygamy.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, that's sweet.
And
it's
they
not like,
don't have to be the
it's
same
not like
gender.
Mass
They don't
Effect
have
where
to
it's
be,
like you must
you know.
choose.
Yeah.
I actually noticed that.
It's not like Mass Effect where you get far enough in both of their dialogues and then you walk into the ship and they're fighting with each other.
Yeah.
He loves me!
Yeah.
You must choose. I wasn't ready
Miranda,
for this.
Sit your fat ass down. I'm gonna go have sex with this alien, okay?
I had my follower who I'm romantically, involved in.
Right.
And then I went to a bar and I started talking to this very attractive singer woman. And then Piper was completely fine with it.
I have no idea who
She's
Piper
into
is.
it.
I haven't met Piper yet.
Well, she's bae. She's
She's bae.
bae. Yeah.
She's bae. All
Both
right.
have
All right.
romanced her.
Yeah, she's kind of like a mix between Zoe Deschanel and...
Well, how would she have any reason to be mad about it? Like, if both of you have romanced her, like, why can't why can't you guys have a second? No,
should be in the same game.
This
You
is
fool!
it's your world. Live it your way.
I gotta say, I would, and I don't want them to do it at all, but I honestly think Fallout would be a cooler setting for an MMO than Tamriel, mostly because all of the Elder Scrolls games have been, you're by yourself and you build yourself up through all these factions and you're the best, and Fallout is the same way in essence. I don't know, it'd be cool to have just the entire fucking wasteland and just people fucking trying to rebuild shit.
Well, you know what? As long as they do it the same way they did Elder Scrolls Online, and it's not Bethesda Game Studios doing it, why not? Go ahead.
I don't want them to.
Obsidian did,
Yeah, I don't want them to do
Who
it
did Elder Scrolls
because
Online?
I think it was ZeniMax or something like that.
ZeniMax is Bethesda's parent company.
It was poopy.
Yeah, it's sad.
I
is
got
what it
into
is.
the
It's
beta.
it's not terrible. It's just
It's
sad.
a good idea.
Kyle
about
bought
to
it
say,
for me because I told him I would probably end up having to buy Guild Wars 1 again, and he's like, well, I'll buy you ESO.
See,
I'm not going to say no to that.
Obviously.
it fell in a bad spot because from what I heard, people were like, it's fun, but it's not an MMO and it's not Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that was
It
the two
wasn't-
things it was trying to be.
I was going to say,
so-
it wasn't what it wanted to be, and it wasn't what we wanted it to be.
Perhaps
So,
if it disassociated itself with Elder Scrolls.
if it wasn't an Elder Scrolls game, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be great, but it'd be fine.
That being said, Bethesda is very great on immersion, and that's where it gets its its bread and butter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Forza Immersion's
And-
great.
MMOs.
So good.
But all the bugs.
Yeah, but
Okay, I've had to
Excited about
reinstall
it.
my PS4 version twice now,
Oh, really?
and I'm not complaining about the bugs.
I don't get a lot of bugs when I'm playing this game.
I had one issue
on
when
the-
Sasha started her game. She got stuck in the cryo tube at the beginning. Like, the door wasn't there to open, and she couldn't move around. And like, I tested the controller in the PS4 menu and in the actual like pause menu. The controller worked fine. It just wouldn't let her move around. So I looked it up on the internet. People said, reinstall your PC version. And I went, I have a PS4 version. Well, I'll just fucking reinstall that. And then I had to wait for the download the fucking upgrade to download and everything. So I did that, and that fixed it. And then 2 days ago, I get on, and I start walking around fucking Diamond City, talking to Sheffield on the floor, trying to give him a Nuka-Cola. And they're like, the first line of their dialogue will pop up in the subtitle, and nobody will actually look up at me when I talk to them. Like, what the fuck? So I pull up my Pip-Boy, and then all of a sudden, like, 9 audio files start playing.
What the heck?
Like, okay, and I put it down, and they stop. And I open the pause menu, and they start going again. Close pause menu, and it stops. So we were going to try and load Sasha's game, see if it was doing it in hers. Sasha's save files are gone.
Oh.
They're not gone. They're in the same folder as my save files for whatever reason, all of a sudden. So we figured that out, and she's happy because she spent like twice as many hours playing the game as I have. So we find that out, that they're not gone, they're just in my folder for whatever reason. So I decided to uninstall it, reinstall it. Her folder is back, and people are talking to me now. Like, it's an easy enough fix, even though it takes like
Still a
20
pain in
minutes
the
to
ass,
do.
though. Yeah.
Even with those, though, like, I'm not too
game's
bothered
still
by all
good,
the
though.
bugs. Like,
Well, and what bothers me is the biggest comparison I've heard with the bugs is they're all like, well, Witcher 3 was fine. I'm like, Witcher 3, while a very big, amazing game, its loads were, like, there were loads in between sections of the world. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't like the whole world was trying to, like...
Could you imagine if it was?
It wasn't like the whole world was trying to exist
At the same
around
time,
you
yeah.
while you're doing what you're doing.
right. Well, and I mean,
I get
yeah, you fast travel, you're gonna load. You go to an interior, you're gonna load, but that's
Yeah.
just because those things don't need to be loaded. Like, you're fast traveling from Sanctuary all the way to fucking Diamond City. Of course, Diamond City isn't going to be fully rendered at the time it has to load. If you're going inside, why would you render the inside of a building when you're outside of the building? You know?
Yeah.
So, like, that stuff makes sense, but, like, yeah, there's major sections of Witcher that are completely separate that you have to load in between each of them.
And, like, that's
Like,
not
even
knock,
if,
like,
if you're going to the fucking border.
for as much as I can play about it, I haven't beaten it. Witcher's a great game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying Witcher's a bad game. I'm just
No,
saying the complaints I'm hearing, like, I get it. You want a bug-free game, but, like,
They're just not adequate.
There's
I
no such
just-
thing as a bug-free game.
it's just, I don't...
It's how good they can hide the bugs.
I mean, and some people have had, like, I've read some, like, game-breaking bugs, but, like, for example, your stuff, like,
And that was
I
after
can
I
understand
tried.
being a little like, come on with that, but like, I haven't experienced any
Yeah.
bug, like, and I some frame rate dips, but nothing that's made me go like, I need to stop playing. Like, no,
Right.
I'm just like, nope, going forward.
I did have an issue right before that happened, which I'm pretty sure is just related. I tried to enter the detective agency after getting back from rescuing him.
You said you never met Piper?
Oh, is that who Piper is? Okay.
That's the girl, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused too. I'm like,
newspaper
that,
lady.
I think that's the newspaper lady, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say anything.
I didn't realize that was. But I got back to Diamond City and I entered the detective agency and my game crashed. And then I just decided to stop playing for the night. And when I loaded up the next day, then all that shit was happening. So I think it was related.
Maybe. I've only had one instance of a crash on PC, which is damn good for how much I played on it on a PC Bethesda game.
We have over like 2 days.
Skyrim has
a new
so many times.
Really?
a new Bethesda PC game.
Well,
Because
the reason
before
unreleased-
Skyrim,
I had no problem.
before
with
Skyrim, they were all fucking made for PC,
Right.
And it was fine.
And I thought Skyrim ran great on PC.
It does when it's running on PC. It runs great, but when you alt tab, sometimes it fucks up and crashes.
Yeah.
Borderless window mode is available.
I was gonna say
on
I don't get crashes from it, but I do have to alt tab twice every fucking time
Man,
for whatever reason, and then to get back into it, I have to do the same thing.
the only crash I've had on the PC Fallout 4 is I went to quick load while I was in the death animation because I died, and for some reason it just crashed the game.
What are your load times like, out of curiosity? Because they're not bad, but they are kind of like...
And like range your computer,
like,
is it
especially
mid-range
like
or...
especially like it gets noticeable.
It's mid-range.
It gets noticeable on the the PS4 versions. Like if you have to if you port somewhere and then go in right away. So like if you quick travel and then walk in somewhere, you're like
It's weird. Sometimes
like I said, it's not like this is unacceptable. But it's like
they vary very largely for me.
it's not
for some
Bloodborne.
reason. Sometimes they'll be like 1 or 5 seconds.
I was about to say because
sometimes.
I had actually heard a complaint from a couple review sites. They were all like,
Load times are long.
well, no, they started because they got the console versions first. So like they started reviewing on the console versions. Well, and they were all like, okay, like these, and the tips are actually useful in the load screens. Like it's nice. They're all like, okay, this is nice. And then they're like total first world problem since most of those review sites have like crazy high end gaming PCs. They're like, it was loading so fast we couldn't read them.
It could be something to do with my PC. I'm not sure, but sometimes I get load screens that take up to a minute.
It's the same as me. And
Well, I mean, it depends on
It's
the
not that
zone.
big
It
of a deal,
depends.
though. I just kind of lay back a little bit. It's like
look
I
around
mean,
the
it's
room for a
not
bit.
Bloodborne. Black
Yeah,
screen,
it's-
plain white lettering,
It's not
title of game.
They changed that.
I know
it's not-
they
it's
did,
not
but
New
like,
Vegas when that came out, I heard those load times were like 5-10 minutes.
Jesus.
I think that's why I never got further in New Vegas than I did, honestly.
Book wise, for the PC version, not so much.
It's fun.
I have had a lot of
There's the funny bugs that randomly happen.
2 times. I have died randomly for no reason. Like I turned around and I died instantly, and I was like,
You're playing on survival.
no,
One thing I think that's helped me with
Start.
this one, because I
snap my neck apparently.
played Fallout 3. I liked Fallout 3. It didn't hook me like this one has, and I think part
I
of
bought
it has
DLC
to do.
for your copy
It's
of
not.
Fallout 3.
It's not. It's obviously still not perfect, but like I actually feel like playing in like just first person shooting without VATS is actually viable.
I barely ever
it
use
is.
that. Ever.
I thought it was viable in the last one. I think it's less viable in this one because I have a terrible time aiming for whatever reason in this one specifically.
Oh yeah,
I think it's because everybody
VATS.
moves a lot more fluidly.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm running. Oh god, I have to get in cover. Wait a second, now go to cover. Like people actually fucking dodge.
Now you
in
do
this.
know that you can hide
I keep-
behind cover in this one, right?
Yeah, and for only first person, you
Only
can't hide
first person,
behind
not
cover
third
in third person.
Did not know that.
If you walk up to like a wall or something and you put your gun down, and if you trigger to aim down the sights, you'll poke out.
Yep. That's very handy.
It's very useful.
I only use VATS on certain enemies like bloatflies and like little wasps.
Shit that are
VATS
the
on-
fucking
because
blood
otherwise I'll
bugs.
just waste 10 shots for no reason. On like my pistol or whatever.
I should also say
Shit,
it might
blood
be
bugs.
weird of me
I'd
to say
still
this,
waste ammo in
because I love shotguns, so I'm just sitting there like anyway.
Dude,
Like
combat shotgun's the best.
If you get a combat shotgun, you're gonna use that until the end of the game.
Oh, yeah,
I've got mine on like level 12. I'm still using it.
I think mine's
The
fully
mods,
upgraded
the
now.
modification in this game is amazing.
Yeah.
have you guys started?
That's really sweet.
Yeah, let's talk about that first if you want to.
Modification, you can take a laser pistol, basic laser pistol. You can turn into a laser rifle. You can turn into a laser rifle shotgun. You can turn into a laser sniper. You can
Yeah.
You can make a weapon whatever you want.
I'm a big fan of the armor modification in this, which
Yes.
means, I can wear a fucking vault suit and have armor.
Yeah. Yes.
Because, before it was you can get the armored vault suit, which is only okay at
Yeah.
best.
get
Or
it
you
when
can
you
get
start
a
the game.
vault suit, which is terrible.
You get a bit of more inventory management with that, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you can make your character look whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
And
it's
something-
super nice.
Yes.
Which is why I have my RP suspenders and slacks for when I know I'm going to be wearing my power armor.
Yeah.
Gotta switch, because you don't want to get overheated by wearing armor underneath your power armor. Because that's just going to dehydrate you, and you don't want to drink that irradiated water laying there.
Yeah. Unless you get scrubbers in your helmet, which you can. Which
Fair.
is really freaking
Fair.
cool. You can make it so that your build, your RP, is totally just fixing up your power armor and just modifying it. And that's where me and Seth come into blows, because in this game you come across multiple power armors just lying around. Like, you'll go into a building and it'll be locked up.
Sasha actually found one that I missed.
You unlock it and you can wear that power armor, and you can take it around, and it doesn't take away from your other power armor.
Can you paint it?
You can paint it, yeah.
I'm gonna get the Power Ranger colors and paint them up.
Oh no, not like
You should
that.
absolutely do that, though.
There's certain,
There's like camos that are already preset.
Certain
You can't just take
skins.
colors and.
Darn, I just want.
That's gonna be a DLC.
But what you can do,
Or a mod.
I mean, it's gonna come
It'll be
with
mod.
the DLC.
but what
just
you
be a
can
mod.
do is you can modify.
What you doing there?
Power Ranger theme song.
You can totally modify.
Go copyright strike.
There you go.
I was so spot on to warrant that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
The power armor, you can modify it
Dude, do you feel how Matt Slade feels right now?
to try to get some. You try to.
Hey Nick, what are you doing this weekend?
Hey, what's up? Hey, there's dog.
Oh my God, go on with your story.
Yeah.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
We're waiting.
Okay, you can make certain power armor do certain things. Okay, so one of them is like a bandit armor, but melee attackers take 50% of the damage they deal. You can suit it up so your armor does that. So when you go out against ghouls, which are really annoying in this game, but they're super scary and I love them,
Yeah.
they'll just kill themselves. Or you can make a power armor that's specifically graded towards people against lasers, like the gunner faction in this game, that have laser pistols. Or you can make it so that it just takes less gun damage.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like the extra power armor does. Seth just suits up whatever
It's
he
so
wants.
OP, it doesn't matter.
He just walks
It
around.
doesn't.
It's not. It's not as OP as it's been in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just get your strength up high enough, and now
Yep.
you don't fucking take damage.
don't
You
take
still
damage.
take damage.
Okay, I've got.
I'm sorry. Play on a higher difficulty, Seth.
I mean, I could. Honestly, I could.
What are you playing on, baby?
Normal.
Baby. Wait, is that maybe the difficulty?
Yeah, like the old fucking like Doom where it has him with a
Yeah.
fucking pacifier and a
My
thing.
next playthrough of the game, I'll play on probably the hardest difficulty because I know what
survival,
I'll be doing.
dude.
I don't know about survival.
Yeah, well that's the hardest difficulty.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
It's survival.
It's
you
just
have to
monster health
worry about
regen.
dehydration.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you?
It's lesser health and something else. I don't remember what it was. In New Vegas there was like dehydration and shit.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's as
'Cause no
in
one
depth
played
as
it.
the survival.
Well, the
Most of
nice thing
Volcans
is
can get-
apparently you can change it down on the fly.
Well, I assume
Like
they're
in
not
Skyrim.
going to, for the fact that like a lot of popular Skyrim mods are reality mods. Like you have to fucking put warm armor on so you don't freeze to death and
Yeah.
shit in certain areas.
Yeah, I never cared for those kind of mods.
And that's fine, but I assume that they didn't include like the in-depth survival of New Vegas because people are just gonna mod it in.
Yeah.
I also
Right now, I'm
don't
just going
know.
to the store.
I don't know how the weather is in this game, like temperature wise,
Fucking-
because there's winter jacket. Oh,
Well,
those dirty.
they're fucking. It was terrifying the first one I had.
Why is there like?
I was like, can I like get
snowstorms?
inside and have this not happen?
And that was, back to the bugs kind of, that was an interesting thing in defense of Bethesda that I did hear, especially with mods. They're going to work in some extent on every platform. Like they've announced they will come to PS4
It's gonna probably
eventually.
be like the Steam Workshop where it's filtered
but
to a certain standard.
But Bethesda has learned, like, why did they have to, like, with the bugs that are there, why did they have to do the bug testing when they have a community of modders that are just gonna, like, be like, fixed?
Volunteer
Fixed.
Just
editors.
gotta wait for the mod tools though to come out.
Just unreleased.
I mean,
Bethesda
people
games that never
apparently
had a
already
track
made
record.
nudie mods.
They're really low res and shitty looking.
I'm gonna wait.
Like, yeah,
for the jiggle
it's a
physics.
nudie mod.
I need the jiggle
You
physics.
gotta give it a year for the good ones to come out.
the fighting game jiggle
once mod tools
physics.
come out, it'll be fun.
Fighting game jiggle physics are on point.
We're talking about Soul Calibur, like Sophia would like move an inch and.
That's what I'm saying.
Not to
all
mention
over the
Ivy. She could just knock herself out.
KO! I just walked forward.
Oh yeah, so back to the power armor. I did a mission. I'm like, you know what? This could be difficult. I'll bring my power armor. I had like 6 dudes standing in front of me going, get him, get him. My health is barely going down. I'm just like, Boom.
I'm not even in.
Stop playing on baby, Seth.
I'm not playing on baby. I'm
Not even in sneak, and then like I'm just walking around trying to find them, and like, oh man, he's so sneaky. I'm like, I'm wearing power armor,
Dude, like from like a max distance, they'll hear you and like immediately, like if you stop moving at all, they'll immediately be like, okay, I guess I wasn't hearing anything.
Must have been my imagination. By the way, there's no fall damage if you wear power armor.
Yeah.
So I could be at the top of a tower and go, whoop.
Yeah, well, they mention it when you first get the power armor because I found out the building next to it when I was up on the roof of that building, you can't survive that fall when you jump from it, even if you're at full health. So I was like, all right, do I have to go back through the building with this fucking power armor? And it just popped up the tip, you don't take fall damage when you're wearing power armor. I was like,
the same.
Hell yeah!
In fact, I thought them showing me the minigun and like having a perfect view of everyone. Mm-hmm. I tried sniping them with the minigun from up top, and then by the time
how accurate do you think miniguns are?
They weren't accurate. In spoilers, by the time the Deathclaw pops up, I had like almost no ammo left to take care of it. So I was just like, okay, I'll shoot it with my pistol, I guess.
There is something fantastic about full fucking set of power armor and just a pistol.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. That's goofy.
I died to that Deathclaw. He picked me up and threw me in a corner, and then before I could get up, like he came over and was like,
there and just putting his dick in.
And I was like, I want to move, please.
Yeah, that happens in the
Sasha had a terrible time with that.
Oh, I had no problems when I didn't get thrown into a corner, but like I got thrown in that corner and I was like, oh.
Yeah, Sasha had a really fucking bad time with that Deathclaw. Like she was fine with everything else. The Deathclaw though, fucked her shit up.
Yeah, it died
like a lot.
I did run around a lot until he would like peel off to a raider.
Yeah.
I killed the raiders first for some stupid reason. I don't know why I did.
I did because I didn't know it was coming.
That reminds me of a really big pet peeve I have. The legendary minions, the fact that they mutate and gain all their health back, I think is kind of bullshit.
I haven't seen that.
No, I saw a raider and a mole rat do it. It's really, I mean, the mole
rats are terrifying in this one, and part of it is because they're the same size as Roxas. I saw the first one, I was like, that's Roxas. Oh god, get away from me.
It's got teeth, and inside of its teeth,
it's always had those though. I mean, normal moles kind of have that.
It's disgusting.
Popped up in a load screen for me, it was terrifying.
I was like, oh crap, what did I just...
I do love that.
I'm just walking around the gas station like, what's that? I step outside and
Skyrim version of the load screens.
Why are they actually burrowing in this one? That's terrifying.
Another fun thing I like to add is there's a quest where you go into like a quarry full of water and you release.
Yeah, I did that one.
Like that. If you go back to it, the water will be drained.
Will it?
Yeah, and it's a bandit stronghold, like all around the area.
Well, did you read his journal?
No.
In his little camper area. He is a bandit, and he was talking about how he needs to talk some dumbass into fucking draining it for him.
Yeah, and the entire place is filled with bandits. And I went in power armor.
Well, he was talking like, if I could get this drained, I'm sure this would be a fine stronghold, to keep for us to fucking work out of.
Yeah, and I find it's awesome that you go back to it and it's drained and you can fight. And fire alerts are passive for some reason.
As somebody who's clearly not played as much as you guys, but I have not used the power armor since
I'm the middle ground between you and them.
I parked it, and I was sitting there fighting a bunch of guys, and I'm like, God, they're just killing me so fast. I can't. Oh yeah, a minigun, and I was just like the minigun's my power armor.
Yeah, minigun ammo drains pretty quickly. Your followers can use power armor, by the way. I found that out accidentally. I went out of my power armor.
Oh my god, so I can have the Power Rangers in full
And you turned around and fucking Piper's just stealing your power, walking back to Diamond City.
I was shooting people on top of the roof, and I look over to the right of me, and Piper jumps into my power suit, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Woman, where is my super suit?
I made that joke. I was like,
on the Snapchat.
Yeah. And she's just walking around with the pistol shooting, and I'm like, you look so ridiculous right now.
Yeah, especially they always take off the helmet.
They take off the helmet when they wear it.
Just looks ridiculous.
What are you doing? Even
you can make them re-equip it though.
Can dog meat get in power armor?
What?
I doubt it.
Dude, if you eventually find Brother of Steel K9 power armor,
that'd be so cool.
That'd be awesome.
That should be a mod.
You can have them equip bandanas, by the way, and it's adorable.
Give him a teddy bear.
What?
Give him a teddy bear.
What do you mean? What do they do?
He'll play with it.
He'll play.
Yep.
I love dog meat so much.
I need to find him again.
Yeah, Sasha said that he was walking around and he found a teddy bear. So, and she said that when I was playing my game and I had one in my inventory, so I just like went over to it, traded it to him, and he just starts playing with it.
That's
my
freaking
God.
cute.
That is adorable.
Yeah, you can give them collars and bandanas.
Hell yeah.
There is doggy armor.
Is there?
Yeah, there's. I've killed like when I was killing raiders, one of their dogs had armor on it.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what kind of armor? Like, is it dog-specific armor?
I don't know.
I would
It was
assume it's
super
dog
mutants.
specific.
It was on their body. I'm assuming it looked like it had it equipped.
Strong has a specific power. I mean,
Yeah.
specific armor he has to wear.
You get it in the building though.
Yeah. And by the way, the super sludge in this game is actually really good. Like the other ones, it was good.
You made a weird face when you said that.
Super.
Like there was just something like some of your muscles pulled just slightly weird.
But yeah, you can. I had a fight with a Deathclaw with the super sledge, and he couldn't hit me because there's a staggered mechanic in this game. Melee weapons are actually really strong.
Dude, you gotta raise that poise.
Yeah, it's totally point. But the Deathclaw has this animation where he goes, whoosh, he just takes you by the shoulders and
So good.
dumps you on.
I was
your
gonna say
head.
he's got two of them. He'll grab you and swipe at you, or he'll grab you and just you're going over there.
And then you land on your head, so my helmet broke, which is also a really good balance on power armor.
Yeah,
Is that
'Cause bits
it's
will
strong,
break.
but you have to repair the armor pieces.
Yeah.
So you get it early game, but it's kind of like a
it
trade-off.
sucks when your battery runs out.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
never had
god!
my battery
It
run
is
out.
nice that you can fast travel while you're over encumbered though, because you couldn't do that in 3.
I think that's only when you're in the power.
It might be when you're in the power.
Because
armor.
normally. There's a.
And
perk that lets you-
I think it's specifically because your battery runs out, you're going to be over encumbered, and you're not going to walk
I
all
think
the
you
fucking
only-
way
I
back to
think
wherever
just
you
move
can
like you're
work your power
over-encumbered is
armor.
what it is. I don't think it actually makes you over encumbered. I think you just walk like you are.
Well, yeah, but like
Yeah, you can fast travel.
theoretically, you wouldn't be able to fast travel
Right.
while over encumbered
But
because
there
you're
is a
walking
perk for
that
that, though.
speed.
I didn't know that.
And the strength tier of the perks.
It's probably one of like the last
It
ones.
is. It's the last rank,
Yeah.
but you can get it at like level 20. I think.
not bad.
It's got a low requirement on it.
Okay.
All right, here, fellas.
This podcast has been an hour and a half.
It's been a long time, and I've got plans tonight. So
This is the longest podcast.
we're
Yeah,
going
the
to be
Fallout
talking
part.
about Fallout 4 for a couple weeks to come.
It's really nice when a new game comes out and I'm not the only one playing it.
Oh yeah.
It's very nice.
Don't
I
worry
mean,
about
look,
it.
we've now
So then I get to talk by
We've
myself
we've
about
ascended
Metal Gear,
into new
Metal Gear Solid for forever.
timekeeping.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What the heck?
It disappeared because I have the thing pushed far enough back that like adding another digit just moves it.
That's funny.
So anyway, as you can tell, we're all pretty positive on Fallout 4.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I'd give it a thumbs.
Bye.
I'm not gonna say what direction, but I give it a thumbs.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's NIBScast. NIBScast is a production of NIBSmedia. If you like what you've listened to, go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Also, do me a favor. I'm posting right now my Halo 5 Guardians Let's Play series. Go ahead and check that out.
I have to watch that.
Sweet.
I'm a big fan of watching things when they're all the way out.
I'm done with them all. They're coming.
Oh.
You probably could. No, I haven't uploaded the last 3 episodes, but you can. They're just private.
Well,
right now
yeah,
on there.
yeah. I got the emails on my phone. Congratulations, your video's now on YouTube. Man, he's just uploading all those right now, ain't he?
Also, go on over to Facebook and give NIBSmedia a like. That'd be appreciated. We'd love you for that.
I love you.
Anyway, until next time.
I only love you if you fucking go like us on Facebook.
Only.
I'm Nikki13.
Beach.
And I'm Aaron Lamping.
I'm Seth Talon.
And I'm Jordan.
We'll see you guys next time.
Well, like Seth Talent.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh god, I have to get up and